Rachel has really strengthened our community, connecting people to one another, to their faith, and to their best selves. As soon as we met Rachel, we were moved by her kindness and caring and compassion. And ever since that day, our love for her has only grown, as she truly embodies the values of our synagogue, a place with a deep sense of compassion, joy, laughter, and gratitude. And for that, I am incredibly grateful for Rachel.
I like to think of Rabbi Saphire as small but mighty. She is really able to do so much. And she does it through this beautiful sparkle in her eye, and mostly, I think, through listening and supporting people along the way. So she's not that leader who takes charge and takes over. She's the kind that listens and learns and says, we can do this, and she persists and she continues to persist, and she builds these communities.
What makes it easy for Rabbi Saphire to move ideas and projects forward is that she brings so much fun to the table. I think when she engages volunteers with her, it's easy and exciting and fun, and it doesn't feel like work.
We've been members of TPE for more than 30 years, and we've watched young rabbis come and go, and we were pleased when she came and pleased that she didn't go.
She really cares deeply about everybody in her realm, really, and she makes you feel loved when you talk to her, whether it's about an idea you have, a problem you have, concern. She just really cares, and I think that's just such a genuine and special quality that she has.
We were prepping for my bar mitzvah, and it was time to do my Devar Torah. So we had the Hebrew down, we had everything else down, and it came down to my Devar Torah. And I didn't really know what I was going to say. I didn't know how I was going to connect it. I didn't really like my Torah portion and what it meant. And I sat down with her, and we must have been there for like 2 hours. And she helped me just compile this beautiful Devar Torah that connected to me.
Zoe had a passage with Hineni in it. And I think that Zoe was really actually having a hard time really showing up and saying Hineni in her own life. And Rachel worked with Zoe in this way that enabled Zoe to sort of say Hineni for her bat mitzvah, Hineni for her faith, and most important maybe of all, Hineni to herself. And so in a very hard time in our daughter's life, it was this like little place of light and hard work and light. And Rachel really helped create that in the most profound way. And on the day of Zoe's bat mitzvah, she gave her this gift that Zoe keeps by her bed all these years later. And I actually brought it. It says, have faith. And that's really what Zoe needed, and it's what our family needed at that moment.
I think she probably talks to each child and each family in whatever way they need to be spoken to and heard. And I love that. I love that she values each individual person and each individual family.
The thing I most admire about Rachel, I think, is her compassion to everyone. She's, very inclusive to the entire congregation, whether it's young, small, old, or in between. She's also very giving and compassionate and supportive to someone like me who actually has learning challenges.
One of our first connections to Rabbi Saphire as a family was we got together as interfaith families to make Christmas cookies for first responders. It was a really neat event because we learned that Rabbi Saphire was herself from an interfaith family, and it was really neat to hear her story, of course. And I think to have an activity at the temple that our children know well, because it's part of, although we're raising a Jewish family, baking Christmas cookies is also a really important part of our culture because that's how Joe grew up.
So part of why I love working with Rabbi Saphire is because she and I both have a similar dream about how to be good neighbors with one another in our congregations, and as colleagues who meet at Cafe Nero now and again to share stories of our families.
I think Rabbi Saphire just emanates spirituality.
Rachel has a deep understanding of the needs of others and really knows how to reach out to a person in their hour of need with a deep sense of compassion and authenticity and integrity. It is really quite powerful and inspiring.
I'm thankful that Rabbi Saphire has such a positive, amazing energy that she brings to this temple in pretty much everything she does. And as I think back to the beginning days of Families with Young Children and how much we expected from her and how easy it was for her to sit back and hear and listen and help us make that happen in a time where I'm sure it felt somewhat overwhelming to her. I'm really appreciative of that.
When I first met Rachel, I had the pleasure of being on the search committee that ultimately hired Rachel. And one thing I remember really vividly is we asked a question, and one of the questions we asked was, there's a young man about to become a bar mitzvah, and it's Friday, and he doesn't want to do it. So the question for the candidate is, how do you get him to jump in? And I remember that one rabbi made an intellectual case about tradition and why you should be part of this, and one candidate made more of an emotional case about the family. And truthfully, I don't remember exactly what Rachel said, except I remember how I felt. And I felt that I wanted to be part of this, that she presented this in the way that she invited me in as someone watching her give an answer, and she invited the bar mitzvah in to do it, and she made it warm and made it, this is a community that you want to be a part of. And that inviting me in is the way that I think characterized my work with Rachel into Tikkun Olam.
And I think that's part of the leadership that Rachel brings to Tikkun Olam, is that she allows people's conversations to bubble up from, we're a bubbling up community where people come to the clergy and come to us with their issues and things that they're really on about or concerned about and want to change in the world. And Rachel kind of allows the fertile ground for that to grow.
I think the biggest impact that Temple Beth Elohim has had on us has been the personal relationships that we've built here. The people that we have met through TBE have added so much joy and value and incredible happiness and meaning to our lives.
Mommy loves spending time at Temple Beth Elohim.
I'm just so grateful for Rachel being here. She just shines this incredibly bright light that is really this rainbow of qualities that for me is inspiring and modeling how to be wise, kind, and active in changing the world all in one.
I'd like to thank Rabbi Saphire for how she makes everybody feel so welcome.
For her kindness and compassion.
For her time and her energy and her passion.
For being such an amazing role model. For many beautiful, insightful Shabbats.
For always being present.
Being there every step of the way.
Bringing about this sense of warmth and community TBE.
For watching out for our family.
Being a beautiful bridge for my kids in their Judaism.
For all the ways that she has held hands with our family.
For always being there for us when we need her.
Congratulations, Mommy! I love you, Mommy!